It seems like every week there's a brand new AI tool on the market. The one that caught my eye was Claude Design. Given that Claude Code is most developers' favorite tool, could their design tool do the same? I spent the last few weeks solely using Claude Design for a project, and here are my thoughts. Let's get into it. Creating a design system couldn't be easier. Components are broken up into different sections where you can review them with a looks good or needs work button. You can type the changes you want Claude to make until it gets it right. After reviewing fonts, colors, components, and even spacing, you can be sure that what's made is pretty accurate. You can then start prompting to create what you want, and Claude will use that design system to make those screens. Design files are made in a style that is reminiscent of the way that developers work. Items within subfolders within folders. It takes some getting used to and doesn't necessarily follow the mental model that a designer is accustomed to. Typically, designers favor a single open canvas, like Figma, so you can scroll around and see all of your project information at once. Claude Design locks you into a single granular view, where you can only view one file at a time. The way I had to get around this is to prompt Claude to create a single file with all of my information in there, which was called handover. Your product releases will fail if there isn't a good handover structure within your team. Claude Design's central appeal is as a facilitator between design and development. However, I didn't find it to be too good at this. Whilst you can see the JavaScript or HTML code, the editing experience wasn't ideal. I've recently gotten used to using workflows in tools like V0, where there is an IDE built around your code and design. You're able to easily see the file structure on the left-hand side and your live code on the right-hand side. If you make an edit to the code, you can see that then appear directly within your main app. Because Claude Design doesn't have any functionality like this, I think it would be quite hard to use for most teams. Although still in beta when I used it, the usage limits were quite restrictive. Despite being on a paid plan, creating a few screens would burn through my token limit quite quickly. I think now Claude Design limits have been bundled in with AI and with Claude Code, so that's one thing to note. Much of design is experimentation and trying things out, and I think a token limit model doesn't necessarily work for this, and it's more likely that people will stick to Figma if they are in the exploration phase. The only way to edit your designs is by prompting. Clear text descriptions on what you want the AI to build lets it create that in code. However, there's no easy way to edit that code without reprompting, which costs credits. I want to give an example of where this is done really well. V0 by Vercel does design and code in a much better way. They have a design mode where you can pinpoint the exact component that you want to change, where it will change visually and in the code directly. This doesn't cost anything and is much closer to the way that a designer would be used to working. Many designers are still not that code friendly or ready to be looking at code, so I think Claude Design is probably a massive step for most people right now. As with most tools, to get people to actually use it, you have to create a behavior change in the mind of the customer. But the mental model shift for Claude Design is probably too much for most people to get used to right now. That being said, I think we'll definitely see more changes happen as we go on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what sticks with Claude Design. That's all for my review today, so thanks for watching.